Hey guys, this is Mixed HD Gaming here with a different kind of video. It's about FIFA 13 and career mode, the new features, and it says down there going international. So I'm just going to read out. I'm not going to read out every little bit. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to read out small little bits that you could be interested in. Now, the first things first, the international management, the big thing that's changed in FIFA 12, that will be changed in FIFA 12 to FIFA 13. So, first thing is you have to have a good enough reputation to do this, but the lower the reputation, you might still get offered an international job, but it could be something like Bosnia or something like that, like a 2-star team. Instead of let's say when your reputation was up, like 5 stars, you would get a job for England or Spain. And also, there'll be rumours about interested nations will circulate in the press for some months before you actually receive a firm offer. So it could be 3-4 months before you actually get an offer from the international club. And also, the squad selection will be a key part of your international management duties and deadline for selection. So, one week prior to friendlies, let's say you're up against Bosnia again, you'll have to do your score 1 week prior to that friendly. One week prior to that friendly, let's say you had the Euros coming up, you'll do 1 month prior to it, and it also runs parallel with your club. So you could be in the middle of a qualifying campaign, and you land a job. So it's kind of quite interesting and stressful. International management, of course, has its own career mode hub to keeping your club and country separate. Now, I'm not going to read this one out. You can read this one for yourself because I'm going to put the link in the description. Is the big one as well. Player stories. Interaction with players is now more regular, with instant feedback received based on their managerial decisions. Like when you let's say they want to be in the squad and they're still not in the squad, what they'll do, they could leave, and they could tell you that they want to leave, like in FIFA 12. And also the press will get involved when you sell or buy a key player. Let's say your top scorer is Robin Van Persie. And you sell him. You sell him, and then it will come up in the press. It will just come up, Arsenal sold Robin Van Persie for an undisclosed worth and contract with Man City, let's say. And then you could buy a player from them for, let's say, Aguero for 40 million. It will come up. So Arsenal bought Sergio Aguero from Man City for 40 million and a contract of 140,000 a week. And also, it will go through a bad run of results, it would be. And specific player stories also occur when managing a international team, meaning you need to keep both club and country happy. Fan stories will now make top news in the press based on team performance. I'm not going to read the be a player because that's already in FIFA 12, and also one I've got the title of is In-Match Live Score Updates. Now, classified results. After each career mode match, you will now receive a rundown of the classified results through in-game audio. Think of BBC Final Score if you don't know what that is. It's kind of like a rerun of the highlights and fixtures. League table updates will also be fed back to you as well as any upcoming fixtures. These audio sequences will happen less regularly than the classified results. I can understand that because every time we play a match it will come up, and sometimes that would only come up. Let's say you have a game in a month, it'll come up in about a few days. When the audio is running, you can still browse all career mode menus and continue to the next game week. Manager's office. This one's quite a big one. Now, the next one's going to be a really big one. As you can see there, transfer negotiations, but that'll be read out in 2 secs. You can now view any available managerial positions via the jobs board. That allows you to change clubs mid-season, so should you wish to. So basically, let's say the Barcelona manager has resigned and retired. What you would then do, you could take over that job if you've got a good enough reputation. It doesn't say that there, but it still dictates on your reputation. Your manager now appears on the touchline in matches based on the customization option chosen at the start of career mode. Here's the big one. This is the one I've been waiting for. Now, transfer negotiations. Now, the transfer system has been completely rewritten for career mode in FIFA 13. You can now offer player plus cash and player trade deals to the CPU. When offering to loan players, you can now set a future purchase price to sign the player permanently, and then at the end of the loan period. I just need to go for a minute. I'm back, where were we? Right. I'll just need to start again. When offering to loan players, you can now set a future purchase price to sign the player permanently at the end of a loan period. Now, what you can do, let's say you loaned Luka Modric, then you could offer him a future purchase fee of 35-40 million. Right, and they, as you know, they would accept or reject that offer. And now, when the CPU makes an offer for one of your players, you can now choose to counter offer to ask for more money. The CPU will then choose to accept, reject, or make a counter offer of their own. So you can make a counter offer of 20 million, let's say, for Abate. They can make a counter offer of 30 million for Abate. So then you would accept that, wouldn't you? So, yeah. Contract negotiations now contain advice from your chief executive, which acts as a guide to what they think they want and the player may want. So the club may want and the player may want. Right, so basically, it's like in FIFA 12. Okay, so I'm not going to explain that much because it's already in FIFA 12. When offering contracts, you can now choose a role for the player you're trying to sign: crucial player, important player, future star. This expectation will affect whether the player chooses to join your club. So if you rate him as a crucial player and you offer him 35 million, let's say it's Podolski, he would go to that club because he thinks he's going to score loads of goals for you and all that. Future Star is also quite good for 17, 18-year-old players, like Oxlade-Chamberlain. Like Oxlade-Chamberlain, and I don't know any other thing because these players are Arsenal, and I'm an Arsenal fan as well. Prior to making a firm offer, you can now make an inquiry to find out whether the player is available and how much the club want for them. So, let's say you go for Didier Drogba. He's not there anymore. He's not in the game. But if he was still there, you would ask if he was available, then how much he was worth. So it wouldn't come up on the other side, estimated worth 35 million. It wouldn't come up that anymore. You got to ask the club to see if he is available first and how much he's worth. You can now make offers for players directly from media stores by pressing the left stick and the X360. I know that. So on breaking news and that, you can offer them if they've done well and they've had like 30 plus goals that season. You think you're going to do well with them, go for them. Then hopefully they will accept. And now a new financial strictness setting will limit the percentage of the player sales that go back into your transfer budget, choosing at the start of career mode, obviously, because you might not want that. Right. I'm not going to read the breaking news one because that's part of the thing. Now, the edit players. You now have the ability to edit player appearance during the career mode seasons. This option can now be unlocked via the new EASFC catalogue. Now, there's an EASFC in FIFA 12 where you can look at your challenges, look at your friends, if you have any on Xbox Live or PlayStation Network, and if they got FIFA, to see if they got anything else, like what level they're on and how many points they got. But in this, you can now buy stuff. So, and that's quite interesting, and that's a brand new feature, and definitely in FIFA 13 that we could add. You can now read news articles from the media playing while the game is advancing, so you advance into the match, and like reading a newspaper on the move, basically. The first time you enter career mode menus, a tutorial overlay appears to guide you through each pane's functions. So basically, it'll come up where everything is on that, because it's a new FIFA game, obviously. I'll put this in the description so you can read everything else that I haven't read out, because these are only the few things. So thank you for watching. Please like, subscribe, and peace.